and welcome to Nightcap, the bi-weekly web show where two friends unwind with the topics that make us hot. My name is Richard Pucci, and my cat is currently hiding all about right behind you. So, hi, cat. And I have a wonderful Miss Joy. I'm a real live streamer, Nickens. How you doing, Miss Joy?
I am doing very well, feeling fantastic. Excited.
Excellent, excellent. So I need to say apologies for the lack of Nightcap last week. I legitimately fell asleep and I woke up and there was a text message from Joy and I was like, oh no. With the transition of work, I think I'm still in a weird tired space where I'm not used to everything yet and still getting to know everything. I know that sounds like a total cop-out, and I think part of it has to do with the fact that I've just been lounging around when I get home. I don't know. I can't explain it.
I don't blame you. You need to have that lounge off though. You really do need time to recover, like jet lag. You need time.
It's work. You need jet lag from working.
Yeah, I mean, if you're especially jumping from one thing to another, it's a whole different environment, a whole new set of employees, employer, it is a lot. I usually when I've jumped from one job to another, there has been a 2-week lag period.
Yeah.
But I never started oh, here, you start next week or you start tomorrow. It's what?
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely, in retrospect, honestly, I really wish that I would have done a little bit more time for myself. I thought, I was oh yeah, no, this amount of time should be fine. And in retrospect, I was well, considering the fact that you didn't have vacation time, because of Kofeve, you didn't have any vacation time. Even though you had vacation time, you couldn't use vacation time. So it was just one of those weird situations that I definitely should have, but I didn't. So, I don't know. In case you're wondering, today is, it was declared National Twilight Zone Day. Fun fact.
Today?
Yeah. I don't know why. It's just Twilight Zone Day. I don't know.
Twilight Zone Day? I mean, I like that show.
Yeah.
It's a good show, but I haven't seen the new one.
You know what? I watched the new one. The only thing that's annoying is the CBS All Access. I will forever and a day say that CBS All Access feels, you know what, for what you get, it just...
It's garbage? What are you writing?
Well, oh, no.
It's
nothing. Just notes.
I'm what are you writing over there? Are you writing about how CBS is trash? What are you doing?
CBS is awful. No. So the thing that sucks about CBS All Access is that, for their content, just for their content, so they have Twilight Zone, and then they have the new Star Trek, and they have a couple of new stuff that's exclusive. But other than that, that's all their exclusives. And then you can't I don't know. It just, considering the fact that you can get ABC, you can get, ABC and, or TLC, as long as if you have a login, you can watch that stuff. And CBS is the only channel that's nope. You can't see any of our content unless you buy a digital subscription.
Well, this is why they're not going to have that many people wanting to see that anyway.
You know what? It's funny. I think they have more people than I don't know. I think it's weird. I held out for a while. I do have it. The only reason why I did have it was for Twilight Zone and for Big Brother. But I didn't cancel. I was lazy, so I've been paying this entire time when I don't have to.
Okay. I mean, I have to remember that, I have Disney Plus for free for now, and then I'll be oh snap, I gotta do something about that. We're gonna have to do something about that because I don't want to pay whatever it is because I've been paying for Netflix for years.
Yeah.
Netflix for years. I was paying for Funimation for a hot second, and I stopped that foolishness. I was bitch, you ain't watching anime. Why are you paying for this? You don't need that.
Oh my gosh, Oh my gosh! Anybody that's watching, if you subscribed to anything that you feel like shouting out, yeah, oh my gosh, I subscribe to Comic Con HQ.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, Comic Con HQ. I had a subscription for. There was a like a newsy show that Trisha Hirschberger was doing, and that I really wanted to see that,
Okay.
and that's the only way to see it. But yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's and it's funny too because I think it was like 12 episodes and they got rid of it.
Dang. So they really just took y'all money and ran.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say they had other stuff available, but it's just one of those things that I subscribed to it and then it was basically non-existent anymore. So okay, well, whatever.
Now, more my stuff is more uh it's really like honestly, I'm just thinking in my head, like, what do I pay for? It literally is Netflix, Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
and PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
Like those I feel like are my top three things that I'm like, I will not stop these. Like there's no way. Like honestly though, like the Netflix isn't even for me, it's literally for Bibby.
Yeah.
Like if I mean I paid for it, I only paid for Netflix because of Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Because they were doing the Stranger Things promotion where they had 11 stand outside with the Eggo box, and inside the Eggo box had like a pancake syrup pourer, and it had a I don't know if it was like a 3-month free subscription to Netflix. Like
Yeah.
so I was like, that's dope, and I never left. That was probably in 2000.
That's why they do that. That's why they do that. I remember when you got that.
Yeah, right. Like I was like, oh my god, I got Netflix now. I'm a big girl paying for Netflix. Oh girl, still paying for it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, nothing.
And it's great too because that 3 months, like it's funny too because before those 3 months, you were still using Netflix. You were just using somebody else's.
Yup. Yeah, damn right. Yeah, damn right.
Mr. Rick Brown is here, and he says, all I have is Disney and my ex's Prime, but there's nothing I watch on Amazon.
There are things to watch now, like specifically The Boys on Amazon. That junk had me just wow. The Boys is a really good show, and I know there's a new show that came on. It's an animated show called Invincible, which is a comic book series. It was made by the guy who made The Walking Dead. I wanted to read the comic book series first before watching the show, but maybe I should succumb and just watch the show. Like, just watch the show, Joy. But yeah, Amazon, they are bringing good things to Amazon Prime now, but before I would never watch Amazon Prime. Like, bye. Hey, Rodney's here. What's up,
too? We got a Rodney in the house. Rodney, are there any subscription services you pay for, either regrettably or happily?
I do pay for Nintendo. I forgot about Nintendo.
I was gonna say something about that. Yeah, I'm like, if I were to do the rundown on my list is starting to get up there. As Cupid always says, death by 1,000 cuts. So I have Hulu. CBS All Access. I have PlayStation Network, and then lastly, I have Switch. Okay.
The Hulu thing, we have that with someone.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, we had with someone.
No, I was gonna say I'm not
doing that.
I hate Disney. Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah. You do say that. You do.
Yeah,
say
I always say that, so that's why it's like
no Disney, no Star Wars, no Marvel, no superhero, nothing. Yeah, you don't need Disney.
Very limited Marvel. So
you don't need. But Disney Plus, like the thing about Disney Plus that I was getting into, besides Raven's Home, was the musicals.
Yeah.
Like when they got people from like 30 years ago. They reunite with the high school cast of the. That's what happened. I thought you would be watching that, if anything.
I would. That would be something that I would watch, but it's Disney, so I'm just like, I'll find clips or something. Oh my gosh! I do have a weird TV thing to talk about. What? A weird adventure that I've been on.
Oh, what is that?
So fun fact, I went into my 10-year-old computer because I was looking for some. Do you remember how like I used to have shows on my like little video iPod, and
Yes.
I'd be like, put a headphone in and watch this very funny show with me, and then like I would just
Yes.
randomly get people to do that with me.
Yes.
Well, so I have so there are shows that are on a dead iPod. So I bought an iFixit kit because I thought it was the battery. It was not the battery. So in return, dumbass me, I'm going to my parents' house. I'm like, I need my old laptop because I need to see if I can find some files. Lo and behold, here I am, freaking at my parents' house trying to get a charger that has a short in it, trying to get it to work for a computer that hasn't turned on for 10 years, and I knew
Oh
that there
my
was a short in the
god.
wire. So I'm freaking bending it like 360 degrees, just like spinning it around, and it's not working whatsoever.
Oh.
So lo and behold, I like Best Buy, I bought a universal charger. Lo and behold, it doesn't work on like it. You know how like everything, you know how like computers typically have like three prongs
Yes.
for like the universal charger. It's a two prong,
Oh god.
like a
Oh
PlayStation or
no.
something. Like not with
Wow.
the square on the one side, but the two like that. So I was like, So I went to my Apple TV, pulled that out, got it working. So I turned on my computer. First
Mm.
and foremost, I was excited to see what my background was. Do you know what my
Yeah.
background was?
Was it Habo?
No, it was stock background because I named my computer Please Don't Die Again.
Oh my god.
Because my
Okay.
computer was dying so frequently at that point. Um,
Oh.
so I like went inside of it. Luckily, I think there were um, so I was able to get two files that I really really wanted.
Mm.
So that was a show, Daisy Does America, and I had four episodes. Unfortunately, I only have two on this computer. I think my parents' computer, one of the
Oh.
iterations at my has it.
Okay.
So lo and behold, I like was inside my parents' attic, and I was like going through old computers, and like I'm like, mom and dad, I'm like, you have one computer's missing. I don't know where it is. I'm like, that's the one I need. They were like, no. My mom was like, we didn't have a computer like that. She was like, there's no computer between this computer and that computer. I said, yes, there was, because in my head I was like,
Mm.
that was our high school computer, and there's probably like hella viruses from porn. Okay.
Mm.
Like I see no remnants of porn in this one computer, which means the high school porn computer does not exist. Do
Wow.
you know what I'm talking about? Like
I do.
when you were in high school and you were like, "Oh, I'm going to download this 30-second clip." Because
Because literally it was LimeWire and
because
stuff.
nothing was streaming.
Yeah.
Nothing was
Yeah, no, I
streaming.
remember.
So like, oh my god, so it's crazy. So I'm like, so when I didn't see any remnants of any sort of porn, I was like, no, there's definitely like first and foremost, I'm fully aware that there's a missing computer. But so I uploaded two episodes of Daisy Does America. I am on a mission to find the other two episodes of Daisy Does America, and I'm also looking for two seasons of Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine. It was on Crackle. It was on YouTube, and then it went to Crackle. And I think when they got bought up by Crackle, eventually Crackle went under, and so it doesn't exist anymore.
What did you say the show was? Because when you said that second show, it was like crack. It was like
Oh, I'm sorry. Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show. It was like a one off. It was like
gorgeous tiny chicken machine show.
Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show. Yes. It was like a one off. It was a one off video, and like it got such traction that Crackle was like, "Yeah, no, we want like two seasons of it." So they help produce it. I believe there are two episodes on YouTube right now of Gorgeous
Mm.
Tiny Chicken Machine Show, but there was like at least 12 episodes, and I had a lot of them on. I had a lot of them.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
I never heard of
ooh,
that.
ooh, oh my gosh! Look at all this! Look at all this! Uh, Okay, so Ronnie's saying that he's watching Invincible and he watched The Boys, but we already know that already. Oh, the line where bears share computers, laugh out loud. Yeah.
Yes.
Downloading all the porn videos, ha ha ha. Rick
I was
says,
not.
computers hardly existed when I was in high school.
At least you remember. Remember back in the day, computers didn't exist when I was in high school. Oh, man. You missed out on a lot, sir. So much inappropriateness from the internet. I was reminiscing when I would get off from school and I would listen to Tattoos, All the Things She Said, and anime music videos, and just be like, oh, am I gay? No, I'm not gay. I just really like this song. Like, I would be, oh man, and Utada Hikaru, like literally listening to Sakura Drops and watching Battle Royale in the basement by myself, being a weirdo. High school memories. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yes. So if you have an old computer, you should definitely boot it up to see what life was like. It's legitimately like opening up a time capsule.
I would, but the one that my mom had, I did ask about it, and she was like, "Girl, that thing is busted. Like, we've been through that out." I was like, like, you didn't recover? Did you do anything to it? Did you take any pictures? We haven't turned that thing on in years." I'm like,
it might still be at the house.
I'm gonna go.
It'll be it.
I'm gonna go down there tomorrow. I was just there. Like, I'm driving back and forth because physical therapy, but like, I'm gonna go to my parents' house. Probably tomorrow, and I'm gonna ask her about it. Like, do you guys have that old computer? Because there's probably pictures and stuff in it. You just don't turn it on and stuff. But yeah, man, I wanted to look at things. The most that I have that's a time capsule is the I'm staring at it. What are you called? An external hard drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go through my external from Brookdale days. Like, that's as far as I go back to is Brookdale. From 2008 up until now. Yeah. And I'm like, dear, because I saved every, because that was when they were doing like office training, like Microsoft Office stuff. And I saved, to me that I know, all my essays that I've ever written. Yeah.
Me too. Like, legitimately. But that's the reason why I hate that my iPods died, because I actually used my iPods as external hard drives, because I always had the largest iPods. So like, they're dead now, and I don't know how to get the stuff off of them. Like, legitimately, I use them as backups, because if you just plug them in, you could put stuff in them like an external hard drive. Like, just drag and drop. So that's what I did. I didn't realize that. So I had 2 video iPods that I used as external hard drives as well, and they both crapped out on me. Part of me is wondering, like, if maybe me using it that way also
made it mess up.
Yeah, I was definitely wondering about that. And we got Kit Kat here.
Hey, Joe. Oh, look at your pretty fur. Hey, look at the eyes. She's just like, I do not have time for this shit. Look, what he got me looking at. What is this? Who are you? I've never seen you before. Look at
her. She looks so angry.
She's like, oh, I'm here again. Oh my God. What is he doing? Oh, he's like nuzzling me. Am I just held against my will?
Yeah, no, she definitely is. She hates this.
Oh my God. She's just like, oh my God, please.
She is anti this.
Why? She's so anti that.
Yeah, no, she definitely is. Rick Brown says, size doesn't matter.
It definitely don't. It's just how you use it. I have my iPod to this day. My best friend, she got me the 160, I think it's 160 gig iPod, and she got it engraved for me. And I listened to that. I know. Oh my God. Amazing, because I kept talking about how I wanted it, and then she did it, and I was like, and I listened to it. I put it in the car. I plug it in. I haven't added music in a while, like new music, but yeah, man. And I just recently started listening to my iPod Touch. Okay, it's the skinny one. I used to use it just for workouts, but now I've been listening to. I plugged it in, hearing stuff from back in the day that I had it in. Like, man, it's amazing going back.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, no, I'm very upset that the battery
And the
swapping.
PSP.
Oh, your PSP, your PCP.
The PCP. I plugged that in recently, and all the music that I had from 2006. Wow. Some good
Yeah,
songs though. Good songs.
yeah. Oh man, no, it's crazy. It's crazy, and that was one of the things that I thought was funny about all the subscription based services that we have for music.
Mm.
Is that like at the end of the day, like when I look at the catalog that I ended up having with my iPod,
Yeah.
um, I'm like I had a lot of songs because of LimeWire. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I did have like a large base, and like it would be one of those things that it would be like, oh, so and so suggested this song, or so and so, and then I would download the whole discography. So it like didn't even matter. Like I would just like listen to everything. So I feel like, and this is gonna sound really shitty, but I feel like with suggestions from friends around the schoolyard or whatever, I feel like I was actually listening to more music than I am now that I have like subscription based services, you know?
Mm.
You know,
No, that's
because
correct to me.
yeah, because I'm just like, I'll be like, hey, blah blah blah, please play this song that I want to hear that I already know,
Yep.
As opposed to like once you put like 60 songs from like some band that you don't know on your iPod, like eventually you're gonna start listening to them.
Yeah. Whether it's accidental or
Yeah.
on purpose. No, I feel you because I do that too with Apple Music. I have friends, and then
Yeah.
I can see what they've listened to, and there are times where I'm like, I don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
or what else do they listen to? And I'm like, oh, you know what? That is an album I've wanted to listen to, and then I'll add it to my library, and then not listen to it for 5 weeks. I'll be like,
Wait, we're not
no,
Apple Music friends?
we're not. Oh,
No, I did not
look,
know that you had Apple Music.
I have Apple Music. Been paying for it.
Oh, damn. Oh, gosh. Please
Why?
don't make me state all the Apple services that I now buy.
Mm,
Apple
hmm.
Music, Apple Arcade.
I don't
That's
have
it.
that.
Oh, you know what? Apple Arcade. Shoot, Apple Arcade, they're actually kind of bringing it right now.
I do not have it. This is me. It's Joy Infinity. Like just it's
Okay, cool. Yeah,
I made up
no.
I made up two playlists um in so thus far. My first playlist is the Linden's Butter Crunch cookies
Oh, of course.
label, and I named it Cookies for Chaos. That playlist is like all the songs that got me through tough times.
Oh.
And then the second playlist I recently made up was what Joy would rap if she could rap. So I'm just adding songs to that playlist of like, if I could rap, I would rap this song, and then that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm down to be friends. If y'all, Rick, Rodney, if y'all have Apple Music, like it's me, Joy Infinity, like same name, same sticker, same picture, like I'm available. And I like looking at other people's music stuff. Like when they're like, "Oh, it's so and so, your friend listened to whatever," because it also helps me look at what was recently released. Yeah, recently released. what was it? Recently released. What else? Yeah, it says recently friends are listening to.
Ah.
And I love that because I'll be nosy. I'm like, oh, you were listening to that? Oh, that's really good. Oh, what else? Like that's such a great song. Or I do love the Made for You, the Made for Yous.
Yes.
I like those. Certain
Ooh,
songs I like.
I was gonna say Rick is wondering. He's like, I have no idea what this is.
Oh man. Oh, it's Apple Music. Oh, and the replays. I love the replays. Replays are great.
Yeah.
Replays, new releases, my stations
Yeah.
for you. I love that too. Those are awesome.
So
But yeah.
so Rick, so basically, there are now music services like Spotify or Apple Music, and
Or
it's
Pandora.
basically or Pandora. It's basically Netflix for music, and when you have an account, you can actually be friends with people, and if they allow in their settings for other people to see what they're listening to, so I can look at Joy's stuff and say, "Oh wait, what song is that?" or throughout the year as she's listening to music, it'll be able to sort of categorize and say, oh, in the year 2020, you listen to this is your top playlist of the songs that you like throughout the year.
Yep.
And it'll also suggest specific songs to her based on what she listens to currently. So it's like, oh yeah, if you like all these things, you might like that. So you sort of have like the computer telling you stuff you might like. You're able to sort of see from your friends things that you might like based on them, like recommendations. And then you have just like stuff that you want to see or listen to in general. But that's why you have records and cassettes.
Oh yeah. I was just talking to my friend Victoria like an hour ago about this same topic. And I was like, I honestly feel like Spotify did a better job with recommending different songs, especially old school classic songs versus Apple. I feel like Apple changes a lot, and I don't know if it's maybe because I hadn't been using Apple as much as I did use Spotify.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoy music. I enjoy Spotify, but I'm trying to use Apple more.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the records, if I get records, which I don't have any records currently, I do want to get some vinyls, especially for decoration, but also to get a vinyl player and actually play the shit. I'm looking for Daft Punk and Daft Punk, Gorillaz, Janelle Monáe, like newer artists that have vinyls. Like I am like, I'll start collecting those now that I'm 30, let me start collecting vinyls again. So yeah, I do enjoy my music. I really do want to have like a music room, like the game room, music room, all that stuff.
Ooh. Okay, so two things. Speaking of vinyls, so I do have a record player.
Ooh.
That was me with my pipe. Yes. So, and the cat's like wondering like what's going on. So I have a record player. But the funniest thing, do you want to know what one of the best ways to listen to CDs is
through the record player?
No. Like a regular CD, like compact disc. So
through the computer or through the stereo?
Yeah. So the thing about it is that if you get like a really cheap, you could get like a really cheap like CD player, or you can get a really expensive one. Well, audiophiles are people that really enjoy listening to music at the best quality that they can get by far. And they will spend lots of money to get it to be the best quality. That way you can hear every little thing. Fun fact, one of the best ways to listen to CDs for not only the amount of money, but also just in general because of the way it's built, is Sony PlayStation.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was built in, and it's like you can get like a very, very expensive system would not play the CD as well as a Sony PlayStation. It was like a weird video that I like watched, like random facts about PlayStations. Yeah,
like the actual regular PlayStation or just any PlayStation?
No, the Sony PlayStation,
like the first one ever.
Like yes, people will buy them not to play games, but to be able to play their records on them. Yeah.
Wow.
Because of how good when you like hook up your like your speakers and stuff, because of how it reads the record. How like how like good quality it reads it. Yeah. Which makes sense because it's Sony.
I feel like back in the day I probably did put my Daft Punk CD in my PlayStation. Yeah. Cuz what was that? 99? Yeah. Yeah. Dang.
So, fun fact, you listened to it. That was probably the best quality that you have ever heard those songs.
I was going to say the car.
No,
as well.
No.
Because I got CDs that are stuck in the car right now. The CD player thing, it says that there's no discs in there. I'm like, no, you ate my discs. And I'm trying to I don't know if I have to go to like the audio. I know there's a place in our town that has like an audio place that I can go to, but I always pass it. I've never gone back.
I was gonna say the place on 35.
Yeah.
It says like No. They do automatic startup and just audio. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I thought about doing the audio, the startup thing, and I was like, I don't know. It's like my car is older. Like, do I need to have the startup thing in there? But the CDs though, like it ate my CDs. Like I know they're not in there. I know they're in there.
My mom's friend, something was going off on her automatic startup because just randomly she would be like going to leave, and like her car was already on. Like it would just like start. It would just start itself.
It was like, Patty, it's time to go. Patricia, I've been waiting for you. Did you ever see the video of the? It's a video of the dog that already has his paws on the horn, and it's looking at the owner like beep, and people are like, "Look at the dog! It's trying to call its owner to come back to the car." I feel like that's what her car was doing. Patricia, been waiting for you for 20 minutes. Like, why is my car on? Huh. Nah, Bullet don't need those problems. Bullet already got issues right now. Like, I need to sit down and fix those things too. Like, God.
Oh, Mr. Rick Brown says that he has his Sinatra via vinyl.
Yes, Blue Eyes, come through, Sinatra, Frank Sinatra.
Hear that warmth.
We got to go to Hoboken. Hoboken, no joking.
Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of Hoboken, no joking. Sorry, the first time I ever heard that was in Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, and like legitimately that movie, like on my desktop, there were like 8 movies that I like had copies of.
I never seen Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
It's great, and also so fun fact about the video quality of all of the things that I saved on my iPod, because the software that I was using was so great, be like, oh, what are you using it for? Oh, it's for your video iPod. Yeah, you could totally like compress it, blah, blah, blah. So like legitimately the amount of space that like movies take up is like
yeah. So minimal.
Yeah, it's so minimal. But like, yeah, like I was watching it on something that the size of like half of a Pop-Tart. Like, of course.
And like, how are our eyes still fine? Like, we have great, well, I don't, but like our eyes work wonderfully compared to all the things we were doing on smaller devices.
Oh my gosh. Wait a second. Hold on. Just 1 second and I'll be able to actually tell you. It's funny. I'm like looking at it. I'm looking it up right now.
Yes.
So one of the episodes of DCS America, do you want to guess a 30-minute show, or about 30 minutes, like 20, 24 or whatever, the average American length? Do you want to guess how large it is?
On your computer?
Yeah, just in general. Because it was extracted.
300? Is it 300K? Like KBS?
It's megabytes.
Megabytes?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Is it? I'm not a pro at this. I'm not good at guessing either. Is it 400? I'm not a pro at this.
It's no. That's actually that would be like a good guess.
Okay.
It's 56 megabytes.
56?
It's 56 megabytes. That's it. Like legitimately, it's 56 megabytes. Like I could probably send that to you on the phone right now.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't seem like a lot.
That's not for our like. You could take a picture. You could take a high quality picture larger than that.
I was like, wait a minute. Let me go to my downloads real quick, because I download stuff that's thicker than that.
Yes, legitimately. It literally just goes to show you how our perception of space with computers is so weird. Like, you might have had a 50 megabyte computer like in 98.
Yeah, because I'm like, I streamed yesterday for 4 hours. The size of the download is 4.95 gigabytes. Like GBs. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, the GBs are huge. The MB MBs are smaller than that, but like the MB is like Handbrake. Handbrake is 21.2 MBs. Like that's not a lot compared to like the gigabyte thing.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now when I see it like thank you, Rodney. I was like, when I see it differently, I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Okay, damn. That's that was like 24 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No. I was
how far we've come.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was legitimately, I was so happy to have that back. Because it was one of those things that it was a show. So I know I've probably talked about DCS America before on here, but it was basically like Borat. So this woman is like, oh, I'm from England and I'm going to go to America because I want to live the American dream. I'm going to live every single one of these American dreams. And so she comes to America and she like does like a random ass, like very American thing. And she, fun fact, this show came out a year before Borat came out. And like, and it's like, so it's like, it's formatted sort of like that, where like she just randomly goes and meets like these random ass people, and they like wholeheartedly try to like teach her about this random ass thing, whether it be like beauty pageants or if she wanted to become a rapper. Which that's one of the episodes that I lost. She wanted to be a pop star, and that was really good too. That was legitimately good. She wanted to be a rapper. She wanted to be a pop star. She wanted to be a psychic. I lost psychic. I had that episode. One of my favorite episodes that I still have is she wanted to be a wedding planner. That episode is so funny. A wedding planner, and I have pageant. And then there are 2 episodes online currently, and they were. She wanted to be a poker champion, and so like legitimately like learn how to play poker and like do tournaments and stuff. And then the other one was oh shoot, I forgot the name of it. Damn it, bounty hunter. She wanted to be a bounty hunter. So she just like randomly like would do like these random ass things, and it was just so freaking funny, and it doesn't exist anymore. And like when I talk to people about it, they like don't know, like nobody knows what I'm talking about. Okay. And I think that's the reason why internet culture from when we were growing up is so hard for me, because a lot of that stuff like we remember, but
that no one remembers, and
it doesn't exist anymore. Like, like, you know, if Kelly from Shoes decided like, oh yeah, no, like I was going to hang it up. Like if Kelly decided she was going to hang it up and took off that video, like legitimately, like all of us would be like talking about this thing, and they'd be like, we'd be at the nursing home and they'd be like, I think they're a little loony.
Oh no, I remember there were certain things that was coming back to my mind. Like, was that a fever dream, or was I obsessed about stuff that didn't make sense in the early thousands? I mean, I don't want to shout this guy out, but it wasn't him specifically that I was obsessed about. It was, he had black girlfriends in this video that I loved. And I did find it on the internet. Like I really did find it on YouTube. Yeah. It was this Shane Dawson. It was a Shane Dawson video where it was kind of like pet peeves or something. Mm-hmm. And the black girl, she was just like, you about to make me go off. Like she did some kind of crazy thing. And I was just obsessed with that girl. And she's like, don't make me go there. You made me go there. And because she would be like, what the fuck? Like if someone was going to ask me something, what the fuck? And then she'd be like, if someone else asked me something, son of a bitch. Like it was just always so funny. Whatever that skit was, I loved that particular skit. And if I'm gonna show it to y'all. And I might put it in my Discord too.
If it still exists.
It still exists as far as I know. I'll go in my Discord and like post it.
Just because I know he got rid of a lot of stuff because
Yeah.
he
was God.
yeah.
And then there was another one. I know people probably remember Strong Bad.
Yes.
And then the other one was there was this song on Newgrounds or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, Papa Smurf, can I lick your ass? Yeah, lick my ass, bitch. And I was like, that was such a great classic song. Such a great song. And then Dominic brought back, unless it was Rodney. It was either Rodney or Dominic brought back the song, I like big booty bitches, big booty bitches, ooh, big, like, yo, these were some bomb songs. Little bitches get out. We don't want no skinny bitches. Little bitches get out. We don't want no skinny bitch. Like, it was a whole song. And I'm like, if I sang that, would anyone remember that song? Millennials will, not millennials. Gen Z would not know that song.
Yeah, no. And
Crazy.
you know, and the thing about it too is that, so like we didn't know that websites like didn't exist forever. Like we had no concept that that if you go to like, you know, shoes.com or if you go to myspace.com, like that it's not going to exist at some period of time. Like, we didn't know that.
No, how would we?
Yeah, so like we didn't document stuff, and like archive.org does like a pretty good job of being able to like look back at like really big known websites, but as far as like smaller known websites, like no, we're not, like it's that stuff's just lost.
Yeah. No, there are certain things that I was like, yeah. Okay, Rodney did bring back the song I See Booty. Yeah, he did bring that song back. He's right. Dominic was and it's so funny because when that song popped back on the I Like Big Booty Bitches, the guy that's singing it reminded me, looks kind of like Rodney. And it was so interesting that I was like, this wasn't you singing this, Rodney? Back in the day, this wasn't you? Like, it was so funny. But yeah, there were so many things on the internet that I thought, yeah, they'd be here forever, and they're not.
Yeah. So that's like my major thing that I like always tell people is that like if there's a video that you like on YouTube, download it.
Yeah, immediately.
Like legitimately download. Like if there's a video that, like, there have been videos that like have been on my like list, which is funny because I don't even go to my like list. Like I'll just like type it and I'll be like, blah, blah, blah. Like there's a video of like somebody performing live from like 15 years ago at like a no-name place, and I love the video so much. Like in my mind, I'm like, that's the only way that I like when I hear that song, that's the version that I hear of it. So it's like, just make sure that you save that stuff because like eventually it might not. Yeah, eventually it's going to not exist on the internet the way that we think of it.
Man,
ooh. Mr. Rodney got his first shot today.
Hey, you vaxxed up. Which one did you take? I'm excited. Which one did you take? Because I am shoot me up, science daddy. Yes. Our sky daddy, aka God. Beam me up, sky daddy. Yeah, so Ronnie took his first shot. I took my second shot today.
Okay.
Woo! So my arm is short. My arm is sore too.
Ooh, so that means when Rodney gets his second shot, you will probably be good to go. Yeah,
because I have to wait a couple more weeks and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm supposed to do my infusion. That's a whole other thing. Like, whenever that's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm Pfizer gang over here. Hey, June 8th. That's Grimmy's birthday. Another guy. Look, I remember birthdays. Like I remember.
You
June 25th.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I'm notoriously bad at birthdays. Like I've like your birthday passed, and I might have said something to you. I think I said something to you super late, And I think it was probably on Nightcap when you said, "Oh, I had birthday stuff." I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right. Happy birthday."
Well, let me warn you now. My birthday is this Friday.
Oh, wait, it didn't happen?
No, it's this Friday.
Oh, my God. I thought it just passed.
No, I'm like, let me just tell you now. You know what? I legit had to call my grandma because, and of course, here, shout out to everyone, Mother's Day, whether your mother's here or she's passed, she's gone on. Shout out to all the mothers and mother figures and all those things in your life. I called my grandma and my mom on Mother's Day. I'm sorry. My grandma's birthday was Saturday, and then Mother's Day was on Sunday. So I called my grandma both times, and then I called her Monday because I call her on Mondays. I called her today because it's our cousin's birthday, and I had to call her to remind her that it's our cousin's birthday, my cousin's birthday, her grandson. So I was like, "Can you?" She was like, "I'm gonna forget. If anything, please call me to forget, so I don't forget." So I called her after I got the shot, and then she's like, "I was just about to call him, and then you called me." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm calling my grandma on my birthday to remind her that it's my birthday so that she doesn't forget. But my grandma's birthday was on the 8th too. So literally I've been calling my grandma like almost every day just to make sure she don't forget other people's birthdays. Oh my God, Anna, you took Anna out for breakfast? Wait, today or like, for Mother's Day. I'm stupid. Yo, Anna got like, shout out to Anna. Anna got a whole tribe over there, bro. Like, no one has to worry about me having children. Anna's got them on lock, and they look so cute. All of them are so cute. Oh, they're precious. Like, I want to meet them. I've never met any of her children. I don't believe I have. If I did, it was years ago, like 2012 or something, or 20. It's been years. Only 7. That's a soccer team. Chill. Like, chill. Only 7. Look, my period ain't even as long as 7 days. Like, my period is shorter than her kids. No, I'm good. No. Oh, Rick is doing Moderna. Okay, you got Moderna. You got Moderna.
Yeah, I was gonna say they both. Rodney and Rick are Moderna. I was gonna say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what.
It really doesn't. It doesn't.
Just that you're playing the game.
Exactly.
And that you're not Johnson & Johnson.
Word. And you know how I was like, oh my God, 1 and done. That'd be great. No. Causes blood clots. Jesus, I can't afford that either. There's so much.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, and yes, they are a blessing. They're adorable. And I saw the video. There's this video that Anna posted probably like a week or two back where her daughters were playing instruments, and one of them was playing the trumpet, and one of them was playing like the harmonica or something. And that alone was birth control. I was like, no. I will never deal with that. I'm not. Oh, look, there's a deleted video. Oh, I'm sad. Because Lord even knows what this was.
Wait, what?
There's a deleted video, and I don't even know what it was.
What deleted video?
I went to my favorites, and
yours?
Yeah, my favorites.
Oh, you'll never know.
There's a deleted video, and I don't know what it was. Damn. See, you're right. You just should.
It was Shane Dawson.
It was a Shane Dawson video. It says Shane Yaw. It says Shane Yaw. Oh, fuck. It's that video.
Yeah.
I'll try to find it again. I'm sure it's somewhere on here.
But Shane Dawson, I was going to say, with Shane Dawson, all the people calling him out for being, racially insensitive is a combination of words that I will use. Yeah, so you probably would be able to find that, but for lesser known videos, that's not going to be a thing. So I was going to say there should that should be our sign off. Back up your favorite videos.
Yeah. Are we signing off right now?
No, but I mean like at the end of like at the end of our shows, just like remember to save your videos.
I'm like,
Save your favorite.
I didn't get to talk about the TV shows, the movies.
Okay, we'll talk about. Yeah, no.
Bibi got us on stuff. I was excited. I was like, oh,
okay.
we doing things over here. I'm gonna quit this Audacity thing. So in terms of it was like the app was on. So for TV, I personally have been watching Dot Hack Sign because I'm finally playing Dot Hack Infection on stream. So if you've never heard of Dot Hack Infection or you've never seen it, I'm playing this on Twitch, and I wanted to watch the anime, and I haven't watched it like this week or last week in a while, but like it's something. He's a whiny little bitch, and the main character is a whiny little bitch, and it reminds me why I don't watch anime. But yeah. Dot Hack Sign I enjoy. Prior to that, I went to my best friend's house and had another best friend. We had like a girls' night, not a girl, like a girls' day, because it was like her bridal shower thing, and or her bachelorette kind of party thing, and we watched episodes of The Circle, and they had me watch one episode of Bridgerton.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I see why people like this. I like it, but I don't understand it. Like, I get it, but I'm also like, oh man, the quarantine, y'all really wasn't doing anything, huh? Like, wow. But yeah, those were the main things I remember watching.
Quarantine's a thing.
Quarantine.
Quarantine's a thing. Housewives of New York is on. Housewives of New Jersey. Things that I don't choose to watch, Cupid watches them, so then I watch them. So that's a thing as of right now. You mentioned gaming because you were talking about hack, which when you said dot hack sign, when you said that, or sun, or I don't even know what it is. When you said that, I was like, you were like, I am watching dot hack sign because, and then you went to go say, because I'm playing the video game. I literally in my head was, because I'm in high school. Like that's what
yes.
That's what was in my head. Like just Joyce being like, because I'm in high school.
I'm in high school, and that's what I'm doing. I'm playing it again.
Yes,
I'm sure I was playing this in 2001 and 2002 or something. Like this thing is old.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Whenever I think about old games, I'm like, I legitimately, because I'm always like, I want an emulator for like PlayStation 2 games. And like, I tried to make my computer into an emulator, in which case I finally got it to work, but it worked like shit. But I was just happy that it existed. So literally I'm at this point in my life where I was like looking up online. I was like, how do you mod a PlayStation 2? I was like, I was like, that would be so smart. That way I could have like all the games that I really want, and it would be preloaded. Because I think some of the people, they'll even do they'll preload it with the shit that you want.
Because I'm grateful to have my backwards compatible PlayStation 3. Like I just play that. And it has the, I guess infinite memory cards that you could put on there. So I'm like, all right, well, let's play this dot hack infection again. Like let's try it. And it's been working great. I love it.
Yeah.
I finally did jump back into Persona 5 Strikers because I've straight up dropped that mother for months. Just never played it again. And then I switched it to easy mode because I was like, a bit just tired of dying. Like I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm an adult now. I can't be sitting here on normal mode. Struggling with why, so I just changed it to easy.
Yes,
I'm good. So now I'm enjoying the game again.
It's doable.
It's so doable, and I'm playing because it just renewed itself. Final Fantasy 14. That's the thing I'm paying for. That I wasn't playing. That thing kicked in like the end of. Was it March or April? And I was like, bitch, I gotta play that thing too. So I was playing that. I only play 14 when I'm editing my podcast. So that's why.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
listening to myself talk while playing a video game.
Oh my gosh, it's I
Yeah.
just like whenever there are games, like not just like not like a service, but whenever there's like one legitimate game that like requires money to play one game, like I'm just like for the server, I'm just like Ragnarok or something. Like I'm just like what the heck? Like
Yeah.
why is that a thing? Like
It shouldn't be.
no.
It really shouldn't be a
It
thing. Like,
like why or like why is it like $15 a month or $10 a month? Like that's garbage. That's
yeah,
legitimate garbage.
they've
Like
taken. I mean, literally, I didn't even have to do this. Like, I wanted to,
mhm.
because the way that they did it for quarantine, which like now they did it for quarantine, but when we first started quarantine, this wasn't offered like that. Like they said, oh, you can play up to level whatever, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna be all in. Like I'll just pay for all of the bundles or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I'm paying for the service, like to be in it. But
Yeah.
I'm paying for like it's not even if it was a year like how Prime is, I'd be more down. But it's like every 6 months, I think.
Okay.
And I'm like, ugh, gross. But
I was gonna say how much is it, if you don't mind me
it's
asking?
no, it's 75. I think it's like 75. Yeah, it's like either 74 or something or 75. And I was like, if I'm not if as long as my credit card is good, like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna mind it. As long as I don't have to worry about running up to the limit, then I'm
Yeah.
good. But yeah, it's that I'm like, "Ah, I gotta play that game again. All right, let me get on Final Fantasy 14. And I would not pay if if Dot Hack was a real MMORPG, I would drop Final Fantasy 14 like a fresh pair of draws. I'd be like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't need that because I got this.
Yeah.
But I do have someone that's on my stream. Their name is Rory. They were telling me that there is a thing that you can play Dot Hack like online.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got to figure out how to do that because I want it. I want to do that. If I have to pay, how?
I was gonna
'Cause I
say
want it.
if anything, it would be a private server. Which a lot of times private servers, because when you were talking about the Final Fantasy, I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh well, you could probably find a private server. Like if it wasn't on PlayStation, if it was on just a regular computer, I was like, you could probably find a private server to be able to do that sort of thing. The only issue with private servers is that a lot of times the side well also knowing you don't really care if you're playing with people, to be
Nope.
honest.
Nope.
Because
Don't
a
give a
lot of
fuck.
times you'll be playing the game and there will be less people on a private server because less people know about it, and that's actually good too because like the more that a private server is known, the more likely that the company is going to sue them and or give them a cease and desist. So yeah, so that's a thing because I remember a friend of mine used to like did Ragnarok forever and then moved to the private servers because private servers are kind of awesome because they can change the drop rates, to things so that way you don't have to grind as much. So that way you can have like an enjoyable experience without it truly feeling like work.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's what made me feel like with Final Fantasy. Oh god, with Final Fantasy 14, the only reason like for real, when I was playing it with friends, of course I like talking to them, but the friends are like level fucking 99. Like they're already doing things and I'm already level 2. So it's kind of like I'm being carried. I'm not playing the game. They're just doing things for me. And of course, when I have to do them on my own, it's hard. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't want to play with friends because y'all are just going to sit here and show me all the pretty stuff that y'all have that I will never get because you've been playing this thing for a decade.
Yeah.
And I've only been in it for 2 months.
Yeah.
So I just didn't, and it felt like I was being rushed to like get to know the story, understand the characters, love these characters, and then legit, I don't care about these people. Who are these people? Like, what? And it's all these goddamn quests that had nothing to do with anything. Like, I would just press stuff, not read the story, get the objective
You were
done,
just trying
move
to
on.
Yeah.
That's
You're
all
just
I'm
trying
doing. I
Well,
literally don't know what Final Fantasy 14 even what I'm playing right now. What am I doing? I don't know.
Can I be honest?
Yes.
Why are you playing this?
Final Fantasy 14?
like legitimately, it doesn't sound like you're having a very good experience in general.
I'm playing it by myself, which I
Yes.
like.
Yeah.
I preferably like it because I want it to be a white mage. Like I want it to be a black girl wizard in Final Fantasy. Like I wanted to play an MMORPG, and I
Okay.
do want to play it with friends someday. But I wanted that experience by myself because I was so overwhelmed when I first got into it. Plus, I'm on 3 different servers. Like the first server, the
Yeah, no,
girl,
that's an issue.
yeah, the first girl that ever wanted me to play it, she was like, "You need to join this server." So I did, and then she was a lot in my face. So then I was like, "Okay." And then I had another friend that you know of plays the same game but on a different server. So I joined that server, same name, same character, same class.
Yeah.
And then the third one was like, look, I can't, because I know that if I was on the other 2 servers, it's not only them that would see me be online, it would be the whole guild would see me be online. They'd be like, hey, Joy, you want to join us for a fucking crawl? No. You want to
Yeah.
rate this dungeon? No, bitch, I don't. Like,
Yeah.
so I literally just, I was like, I need to be on my own server just to like understand what the story is about on my own. And
No,
I sort
no.
of get it. Right now.
I was gonna say now. Other question is, do they have a way so that way you can build up your character in one server and then like for probably real money transfer your person from one server to another server?
Probably, but I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I
No,
mean, at
just
the
in
end of the
general.
day, if I have to, then I mean, like, but I wasn't trying to play with these people that hard.
Anyway,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like I wasn't really trying to, like, of course I want to join and have fun. And I feel like it's better when I'm not being so hard pressed to like know the story. Cause it still takes me a while to really figure out how to play it as my
Yeah.
character.
Uh,
So, you
uh
know,
you know
yeah.
what? Also, I think one of the conundrums too is I feel like when you're playing a game like that, where like all of a sudden you start becoming the persona, right?
Mm.
Or that's funny, persona.
Persona, which is a great game too. Oh my god, love it.
Um, but I feel like when you start becoming the persona or the avatar, I kind of feel like it's almost better to be playing games not knowing the actual people. Like in real
Mm.
life, like to not be associating anybody, so that way, like, be like, oh, it's Joy Infinity, or you'd be like, hey, hey, Moxie, how you doing? Like, there's something so fun about calling somebody by their like internet name, like,
Yeah.
there's something so fun about that like doesn't exist anymore. Ever since like the internet got like less fun, and I will say
Mm.
that forever that the internet seems less fun right now.
Oh yeah, there was so much you can get away with I mean, back then, and it wasn't
Yeah,
like reprehensible, like
yeah,
trouble you could get into. Nowadays, dear God, you don't like someone's man, and it's like a whole, defamation of character,
yeah.
and you're canceled, and you're doxxed, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, who's doing
Mm.
all this? Like, it's y'all doing too much.
It's too much.
You're
I
getting, ugh, I don't like
like
it.
I feel like life, like the internet was like arranged like this, right? Like so there were people that were like good, and there were people that were like racist. But like for
Mm,
the most part, everybody was in like this mild thing of like being like good or being bad, like to where it's like, oh, that's racist and you shouldn't do that, but like you're not
mm.
messing with me. So like it was like a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I realized me talking about any of this is, yes, I'm privileged because it doesn't affect me in the way that it, like, boom. The fact that we are in new internet means that I need to add disclaimers to things. Like,
Mm,
yes, I know that I have a certain level of privilege that I will
mm.
never know that I have. I just
European
understand.
American.
I understand it.
You are European American
Yes.
in this new
Uh,
age.
Yes. But with that being said, so like it was like arranged like this, right? Like, yes, there were assholes. Yes, there were assholes, but like there wasn't like it wasn't like that where it's like all of a sudden like you have like 4chan and you have like Tumblr, because as far as I'm
Mm,
concerned, being too PC or being too like finger pointy is just as weird as like the 4chan people in a way, because it's extremism, and extremism in general is like just kind of crazy.
It's
Like just
extremely good or extremely really bad. It's like, come on, y'all.
yes, just be like middle ground where it's like where like sometimes you'll be like that was uncalled for.
And even
You know
the
what
extremely good could be backfired. Like
that's what exactly, because
literally,
it's too much. Stop being too much.
because I'll be upset when people like I'll think about the Gorilla Glue girl.
Mm-hmm.
This bitch glued her hair. You should have known better. But people put, GoFundMe money into this bitch's account because she glued her hair. No, because she really could have turned around and I don't even know what she did with that money. But I guess
I was gonna say
done.
She got it fixed, but I think I saw one of the people reporting about it. Like, I think the people that helped her, I think they legitimately like helped her. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think she probably had to.
I'd hope not, because I'm just like, yo, throw some GoFundMe money my way. Shoot,
Yeah.
I ain't got no money. But yeah, it's the internet has gotten too. It feels like everyone's trying to like top the next big thing. Like everyone's looking out to be the next big thing, and
Yeah.
no one needs. But no one, the people that are trying to be the next best thing are literally talentless. Like you don't need to be. You're praising someone that doesn't even need to be acknowledged. Like why? And then it's like the stupidest things people can get. Like when people would get internet famous, like Charlie bit me. Charlie bit my finger. Like that little boy, like who would have thought that Charlie bit my finger and the little boy that's like, yes, like things like that. I hope that those people are okay.
Yeah, no, especially because also, if you think about like not Charlie, they made
money
so much.
That.
They made so much money. That's en route to be the first video that has 1 billion views.
God damn.
Yeah, that's en route to be the first video ever to have 1 billion views.
I thought
so
BTS
don't worry,
broke that shit.
Billion.
I thought BTS already kicked that record already.
Or 100 billion? Wait, what is it?
It's either BTS or some white girl. I don't know. Like I feel like someone broke that already.
No. I've like Charlie bit my finger is like the most viewed thing.
Is it? I don't know. It's been so long. I definitely thought BTS in terms of like K-pop stuff, because there's a lot of K-pop videos that have broken. If it wasn't BTS, it was Big Bang. If it wasn't Big Bang, maybe it was Girls' Generation or fucking Blackpink. It's probably Blackpink that broke that, or Twice. Yeah, check K-pop videos.
It's so funny. I'm using my like. No, I gotta do it on my phone.
Yeah, I feel like the broke what record? The most viewed.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't mean 1 billion. Right now it has 881 million. So, so billion.
Billion views club. Gangnam Style. Like Gangnam Style was the first video to reach 1 billion views.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
no way.
Yes, I'm like, that is not the first video for 1 billion, dude.
I'm still in 2012, okay? I'm still in 2012.
Yes. Gangnam Style was the first video to reach 1 billion views. Probably Justin Bieber's Baby, because it says only Baby managed to do that. Who's Baby? Is that I feel like that's Justin Bieber, but who knows? Is it? Yep, it is.
Despacito. Baby Shark.
Oh, Baby Shark. That's a good one.
Baby Shark by lots.
I like Baby Shark. Yeah, and then See You Again from the Fast and Furious. Yep, Rihanna and
Uptown
Bruno
Funk.
Mars. Yep. See.
Oh my god.
There are plenty of videos that hit 1 billion by now. The top videos. I feel like BTS was one of them though. BTS is in there. BTS got to be in here because there's plenty of people that are upset. No, really? Wow. The top 30.
I don't see it.
Wow. I thought BTS would have been in the billions by now. That's crazy. Sugar? Maroon 5? I love me some Maroon 5 though. I'm not trying to hate on them. Sugar. Yeah.
I was gonna say so many of those kid sort of videos. Bath song.
Huh. And the Let Her Go.
Yeah.
Wait. I can't even think of it.
Baby Shark.
Needs no. You only love her when you let her go. Something like that. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Billion views. Yeah, tons of people made the billion views already.
I apologize. I misspoke.
No, you good. Speaking of videos that were watched, transferring over to the videos because we actually like legit saw stuff.
Oh, movies! Here we go. I'm gonna put the little banner, the bumper on.
So
the bumper crop.
It was so funny because every time I kept trying to say this movie, I kept messing it up. So we watched Godzilla versus Kong. I kept saying Hong Kong and God. What was it? It was. I kept saying Hong Kong and Gorilla. Thank you. So instead of saying Godzilla versus Kong, I kept saying Hong Kong versus Gorilla. I'm old. Thank you, my sweet. Oh my god. So we watched that. Godzilla versus Kong. We watched that one first. Eventually, then we watched. I forgot to say the other TV shows that we watched, like while we're eating dinner. But anyway, Kong versus Godzilla, and then we watched. I don't know why I just can't get those out because I want to say Hong Kong and Gorilla. So watch the movie first. Then we watched Mortal Kombat, which I like.
I was going to say, how was Mortal Kombat?
It was good. I felt like the only bad thing about that movie was that asshole character that was in it, which he was like the jerk that you want to love, like the asshole who's like hilarious, but I feel like they wasted too many lines on that guy. He should not have been in the movie for that long. But it was good. I loved the talent. The talent was really good. Shout out to everybody that was in it. I thought the story was pretty, like, you understand what happened. It seems ridiculous, but like Matrix seemed ridiculous too in a way, and you're like, I love that. So I liked it. It's not winning awards, but like it was good.
Question: Was it like Marvel, where like it's like the plot is the excuse to have like 12 different fight sequences, or like did it make sense, or it was like no, it was just excuses to have fight sequences?
Half of them were excuses to like probably more than half was just to see them fight.
Okay.
The acting, like, and when it got serious, it was like, are y'all serious? Like, y'all really, we gotta talk about the outer worlds or whatever the fuck they were talking about. But yeah, it wasn't like Marvel at all. Like, when Marvel is gonna fight, they're gonna fight, and it's gonna be epic. Mortal Kombat, they fought, and it was like, oh, this is cool, but also, like, you could have just been like, guys, enough. And then they're like, oh, and then it would have stopped. Like, it's fine. But I enjoyed it. Like, I don't think that it deserves so much hate, but it wasn't like, this is the best movie in 2021 or whatever. Like, no. And then the last movie that we saw recently was Minari. And that one had me mad. Like, I'm just mad. Just mad about it. I'm trying to think of another movie to compare it to, but it's made me mad. Like, just angry. I liked it. I enjoyed it for the grandmother. The grandmother's character, amazing. The little boy definitely had probably the most lines in that movie. Not even. It's probably Steven Yeun's character. He killed it. The mom was great. I was mad because the daughter Like, they really did. It took 15 minutes for us to find out what the daughter's name was. Like, legit, they were in the family already moved in the house. They already had dinner. They've already gone to church. What? I was like, what is the girl's name? Like, it's the mom, the dad, the older sister, and the baby brother. And it had me mad because I could see my family in it, where the father, I'm gonna just say it because it's people were like, this is so amazing. It ain't that deep. The father moved his family from California to fucking Arkansas in the country. So it's literally 4 Korean people in the middle of nowhere. And that is not what he promised his wife. He was like, oh, we're going to do better, honey, in the country. Bitch, no. So he moved them into like a motor home in the middle of nothing. And they were so worried about the boy because the boy has a heart condition and he can't run. Like, he can't run around. So they kept saying, David, 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 don't do this. David, don't run. David, don't do this. I was like, oh my God, let the boy breathe. I knew the boy's name faster than I knew the girl's name. I was like, is that her sister? Is that his sister? What's the sister's name? What is that bitch's name? Her name is Anna? What's her name? Anna? My sweet. Anne. I don't even remember this girl's name because she literally, this is not because I don't like the girl. It's just because they didn't treat they didn't treat their older daughter right. Like, she barely had lines. And
was that part of the?
It was part of the plot for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No, I mean, the girl did her part. Like, she did great. The boy did his part. They all did well. It's just that the story I did not care for.
Yeah,
where the father is just dragging his family to this stupid place. The mother is upset because she had to move out of the city. The kids are upset because there's literally no other Asians around them. It's just them and other white people. And this is back in the 70s. So they already had enough to deal with. And then because they were struggling, because the husband, which is basically my black ass daddy, he's like, oh, we're going to make a farm. And the wife is like, what? How are you making a farm here? Like, what are you doing, bro? And he didn't want to listen to nobody. He just wanted to do it the Korean way.
Oh my gosh, that just reminded you saying that. I was like, that's Joy's dad.
He's like, I'm gonna just do it myself. And then he's gonna bring the kids into doing shit and the wife into doing shit, and none of us want to do shit because it's like, this was your idea, bro. So then he's doing his own thing. The wife calls her mother from Korea to come and live with them. And the grandma's badass. She reminds me of my grandma. She's chill. She's badass. She's funny. But she's a different culture because these kids grew up in America and she grew up in Korea. So they don't really... well, the son, because they never met each other before. So he didn't know that this grandma is like a grandma. He don't know nothing. He was like fucking 7 or something when she came. So it was the whole thing of him... They were all dealing with a culture shock within a culture shock.
Yeah.
So they were culturally shocked with Arkansas from California, but then the family was dealing with the culture shock of having someone who was from the old way be in their new American way. And the way that they neglected the daughter just had me heated because that literally felt like me. Yeah. Where my dad is too busy running around fixing other people's shit. My mom is like basically clocked out. My brother has all these goddamn medical conditions that people are just like, oh my God, your brother. And it's like, well, what happened to the daughter? Literally, she went to a friend's house and like never came back. Like, where is this girl? She's gone. But then, things did happen where it came to a flame, like things burnt the fuck down because there was so much going on, and then they had to restart anew. So overall, like the grandmother definitely they deserve rewards for their acting, but the story, the plot, no, trash. Didn't like it. But they did great. Like I applaud them. I'm happy. The little boy's everywhere. Like cute. He's so cute too. He's so cute. I assume he's gonna get really cute when he's older. Like he will be so fine. But oh my god, I felt bad for the girl character in that movie. The grandmother was dope. I felt bad for the mom. Stephen Young.
I was gonna say, well, that was you. Like,
I think that's why. Again, that's probably why I hated it the most. I was like, "Fuck, this is my family." But if we were Korean,
yeah, no, because that's legitimately just listening to you talk about it. I'm like, oh, I'm like, no wonder why you didn't like it, because like you're like it's perpetuating like the way I felt.
This is literally how because after a while I just kept thinking like, so what is this girl doing? Because they did ask her. They had this one racist scene where they were at church and the daughter was like picking out hors d'oeuvres, and this white girl walked up to her, European American. She walked up to her.
Wait, is that a new thing?
I'm trying to make it a thing. European American. Because if I have to be African American, she could be European American. Like,
wait a minute, Joy.
Yes.
Do you not go by black?
I do personally.
Okay. Yes. I was just wondering because I know some people. Yeah.
I don't, because I don't even like the term African American, and I don't like the term black, and I don't like the fact that I have to choose one or the other, and then they'll put for your ethnicity Hispanic or not. And if you put African American, then they just assume you're not Hispanic. And I'm like, that's so fucked up, because we are. Like, you can be black and Hispanic. Like, that's a whole thing. Like, what are you talking about? So I hate that. But the European American, the white girl went up to the Korean girl, and she was like, I'm gonna say sounds and words. Let me know when I say something in your language. Ching chong, ling long, sing song, and then she let this girl say a bunch of random sounds to her until she picked up one of them. And she's like, oh, I think it was like Oma or Chuma or something. She said, she's like, oh, that means aunt in Korean. And she's like, oh, bitch, you just gonna ask her what language do you speak at home? Like,
yeah,
annoying. So I just
or like maybe a more proper way is, oh wow, you speak another language. Can you teach me a word in your language, please?
Yeah, like without it being so. Where are you from? But where are you really from? Which we had that happen to somebody. Where are you from?
What's your real name?
What's your real name? Oh my god. Oh god. I mean, I even get that though. I've had someone legit be like, "Is Joy your real name?"
Like real life or internet? Real life
and internet. Huh? Yeah, people will literally be like, "Is Joy your real name?" I'm like, oh, yes. Why lie about Joy? Like, why would I? I told
Joy Safina.
Oh god. I was like, if I had a fake name, which I did tell people on stream my fake name. I was like, if I ever had a fake name, this is what it would be. But no, Joy is not my fake name.
What would be your fake name? What would be your fake name?
My fake name is Robin Graves. Robin spelled
because you're robbing graves.
Yes. See, look at you knowing shit. I spell it like how Rihanna spells her name. So Robyn and then Graves. Because I'm Robin Graves.
Yeah.
It's lit.
I got it.
Because I'm so young.
I'm new. I'm fresh.
So you know it. I'm
fresh. Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, I don't want to lie about my name being Joy. Like, you shouldn't lie to say your name is Joy. Like, that should just be your truth, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the movies.
Unless people don't want to tell their, like, unless you don't.
That is true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's the only thing that I was thinking.
Oh, and we did see The Matrix. That's the one we saw recently. We saw The Matrix.
Okay. For the first time?
No. Like, just for the first time in so long.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, no, The Matrix holds up. From what I've heard from just people in general, it's the other ones that don't hold up.
Maybe so
because they sort of stepped in poo-poo. Like, they stepped in shit when they made The Matrix, where, like, they were like, oh, wow, look, there's all sorts of meaning and stuff. And so then when they made the sequels, they were like, we need to inject meaning and stuff that, like, because they kind of just, like, fell onto it. You know what I mean? Like, they made something that was, like, much bigger than they anticipated, you know?
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. I didn't.
You know what I'm talking about? Like so if you make something and people are like, "Wow, that's really great," and like
Make
you
another one.
kind of yeah. So now you're like, "Oh, well, like we need to make it." But
We need
this
to
was
make it like the first one, but not like the first one. Like we're doing this on purpose. We're doing it because yeah, we just creatively made this up. But really, it's like nah, you just needed something to have a skeleton. You had all
yeah,
this other shit around it, but now you need a skeleton to make it sort of look like you wanted to make this on purpose.
yeah,
But it was so cool
and
because when I was watching it, I was thinking of Sense 8, which I know was made by them too. But I was like, oh, Sense 8. Like, I missed that show.
oh, you loved your Sense 8. That was like
Yeah,
that was your jam for such a long time.
it was. I got to watch that again.
Yeah, rewatches are. You know what? That's gonna be a thing. We gotta schedule some rewatches.
Yeah. But yeah, that was basically the weekend. Nice.
Nobody's ever asked Rodney if that was his real name.
No, like, why would you?
I don't think that's a normal question people ask people, Joy. I just throwing that out there.
Is that your real name, Ronnie? Like, is that your real name? Like,
Is that your real name or is that your white name?
yo,
Let's be honest. That's the intent of that question.
Is that
That's
your
the
real
intent of that
name?
question, really.
Or is it like Tyrone? Or is it like Keyshawn or Raheem? Instead of it being Rodney, it's Raheem. Oh, boo boo! Am I blowing up your spot? I'm so sorry. It's not Rodney. It's Raheem.
Joy
Oh, damn.
was a mean girl in high school.
I was so mean. So mean. Oh my god. Speaking of like something that's mean, but like not mean. So when I was leaving physical therapy, right? What? Okay, Microsoft. Damn. I was gonna say, okay, Microsoft wants it. Microsoft literally popped up and was like, "You need to update this." Ain't nobody got time for you. So I was gonna leave physical therapy, and there was this older European American woman, older white lady, and she was talking. I know. She was talking to her physical therapist, and she said out loud, "I need to go beat up Trump because he just did so much foolishness in the office. I need to go beat him up." And no one, and there was like a room of like 5 people, including me. No one said anything. And then I was like, "Do you need a driver? Because I'll take you. I really need these student loans to be paid off first, but like, if you need assistance, I can help you, take that trip." And she's like, "Yeah, we need to go and beat up Trump." I was like, "Look, I'm there with you, sis. I'm right there with you." Like, it was just so funny that I'm like, at least there are some good white people, older white people in this world. She ain't nothing but this big, probably fucking 70 years old. I'm out, she's gonna beat up Trump. Okay. And I'm the only black girl in there. I'm the only person of color in a 5-foot radius. So I'm just like, yeah. If she's saying something, I agree too. Like, I don't care how y'all feel. We need to beat up Kofefe. Like, beat him up. So I was happy. There was someone in that. When I say the town, I'm not gonna say the town. I'll tell you the town later. But like when I tell you the name of the town, I'm like, oh, at least there's some decency in this town where I can do physical therapy and know that people aren't just running around driving Benzes and yet Teslas and shit. Like, there's souls here behind these Beamers and BMWs and Teslas and fucking Range Rovers and Porsches and all these other cars that I'm seeing. Like, ugh, a mess. I like how Rodney did not answer whether his real name is Rodney or is it Raheem. Rodney, we staring at you.
As I said, Joy was a mean girl in high school.
I can't even, like, literally the meanest thing that happened to me was someone didn't like my leather jacket. I think that's like the one I remember. Some tall black girl called me out for my jacket. She was just like, I don't know if she said, I don't like your jacket, or like, I don't like the way you dress or something. And I was like, okay. Like, and then I left. I don't know. Like, I don't think I really had anything happen to me like that in high school. Yeah. What a life. What a time.
Unfortunately, Miss Joy, I have to sign off.
Yes, we have reached that point.
We have reached that point. So, question: do you want to keep it on for next week? That way, we'll still be on schedule, or do you want to just change it this?
I think just this month we'll just do it for the 2nd and the 4th.
Okay, and then
we'll go back in June to like right? Would that make?
Yeah, no,
and then we
absolutely.
jump back to the 1st and the 3rd.
Yeah, 1st and 3rd. So we'll have rapid fire, which is fine.
It's just because like May was such a special month.
Yeah, no, a lot of it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I mean what I'm doing now is it worked out for me in a way too, because I've incorporated like the first Wednesday of the month is going to be movie night for the Discord. So it was interesting where Monday I streamed, Tuesday was Nightcap, Wednesday is movie night, Thursday is stream, and then Friday was the whole Gamerize thing. And I was like, damn, I'm on like all the time. Like that whole week was just weird.
Yeah.
But then Gamerize didn't happen, Nightcap didn't happen, so it actually was a good break.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
Well, as I always say, if we need to if it being the 2nd, if it being on the
2nd
even days, even days, you let me know if that works better.
Okay.
We can reformat as needed. We're in charge of it, so it's not like we have to worry about somebody being like, you have to do it at the no, we can freaking reschedule whenever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll figure that out. Thank you.
Right. Oh no, of course. Oh yeah. All as well. Raheem.
No, look at how Ronnie literally was like, he didn't answer the question, but he asked me about the movie.
Joy.
Raheem. I'm gonna start calling you Raheem. Because if your real name is Rodney, I've been blowing up your spot for like years. But Raheem. Okay, so our first video night. What? See, no, you got me on it. It's because Ronnie.
The question is your name Raheem?
Is your real name Rodney or is it Raheem? Is Rodney your white person name? Or is your real name Raheem?
Because that's what the real question was for Joy. It's not. Yeah. Is that your real name? It's. Is that your white person name?
Is Rodney your white person name, or is it literally Rodney? Like, did they name? I was gonna say she. I just assumed that your mother named you, but like, that's racist. Did your mother name you? Like, how tragic.
I was gonna say that I think that'd be more sexist than racist.
It totally is. This is why it didn't make sense in the first place.
Okay, so that is his real name. That's not his white name. It's his real name.
My other boss thought that I was going to be Asian, and I think that other people, when they see my name, they think that it's a white girl, and I'm like, no.
Well, that's why you and Baby need to register something and have it be like Joy, and guest, and that way you both come up to the reservation and like, or wherever, like to the hotel, and they'll be like, oh, Joy, and see who they reference.
Yeah, see, that'd be me.
Yeah. No, we're good. I'm like, no, don't show people your ID. No, that's not safe.
Well, you ain't gotta do that. I fully believe you. Like, yeah. Like because if it was gonna be Rodney, that's not the name you'd be lying on. Like,
and why is that?
Rodney is not a name you want to be. Rodney, that's the name you want to be like. That's my name. Like, I'm lying about that name. No. No one would. I don't think in 2021 anyone would pick Rodney and be like, yep, that's my fake name. Like, no, Rodney seems like something that you legit got from a family member, like someone that actually has it from passed down the line. Like,
it's not a trendy name.
Richard would be someone I'd be suspicious of. If your name was Richard, I'm like, were you born in the 80s or were you born in the 2000s? And it's like,
no, I would no, not even Richard. No, the names that you're going with, like I'm thinking of like a Skylar or
No.
like
Skylar sounds so.
trendy names.
Ugh.
No, Skylar sounds like a trendy name that was just like made up. Like
Like
that's like
Jaden.
or like Aiden, like finding a Jaden, Aiden, Braden. That's like
Yup.
our age. Like no,
Those are
that's
annoying.
bull because that's somebody that's 10 years younger than us. Like that's
Yeah.
BS.
Those
Like
are
no,
those
your
are yeah.
parent was not the first person to think of an Aiden, Jaden, Braden, Caden, Layden.
Layden.
No,
Zayden.
Vaden, Maiden,
Vaden. Baden. Biden. Caden. Daden.
Daden,
I'm trying to think of all of them now, like Faden. Faden.
Eden,
Faden. Aiden. I gotta see, look at this coming up with fake
Jaden.
names. Jaden, Caden, Layden, L, M, Maiden, Naden,
I said wait. Zekeman,
Zekman,
Zeman, Zaman,
Peyton,
Peyton.
Peyton.
Oh,
Now Peyton would be a name too. I'd be like, that's not your real name. If your name is
yeah,
Peyton, I don't think so.
yeah. Our age, a Peyton. Our age, I would say no.
Yeah, you're not real. You're not. No.
You're fake.
But your name is not plain Rodney. It's just like Ronnie is a name that you got probably from the era that you were conceptualized. It's not like who's naming their kids Rodney now? Like I don't know. Are people
When
naming
I hear Rodney, I'm like, that's a family name passed down from somebody. That's what I hear. I'm like, that's legitimately like somebody in your like Rodney is like that's like either it was a meaningful person or it was legitimately somebody from your
like
your
your
line, your
great
lineage.
grandfather
Yeah.
was named Rodney and you wanted to carry on the legacy. And it's like, yeah, name him Rodney. Okay. Who's name? Because anytime I think of Rodney, I think of Rodney Dangerfield. Is that the person? I believe it was Rodney Dangerfield.
When I hear Joy,
what do you think of?
I think he said it's not even past. Wow. When I hear Joy, I'm like your mom. I was like your mom or whoever named you is religious. They named you after the fruits of the spirit. That's legitimately all I can think of.
That was my dad. Well, that's what he said. I don't know if that's truth or not.
I'm like peace, hope, and charity. Like you could have been a peace, a hope, or a charity.
You know, and we have those. I have a cousin Hope.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have a cousin Charity and Prosperity, but we have a hope, we have a faith. Like, oh, I was so sick of that.
Yeah, that's like it's just like religious, like fruits of the spirit.
I couldn't stand it. I was like, no. But you know, my middle name, it's like okay, my mom actually got it from something, so I was like, oh, thank God. But I like how we had a whole family life for Rodney, and he's like, it's not even. So why? So now, why were you named Rodney? Like, did you ever find out, or did your whoever named you that just liked that name? What's up with that?
They must have seen like a Rodney, and they were hot, and they were like, oh, we need to name our or like somebody cool in the neighborhood was named Rodney, and.
He looked like the Rodney that we want. He looks like a baby named Rodney. Let's name him Rodney. He looked like a baby Rodney. Let's just name him that. He has no idea. Oh my God. That's
crazy.
That would have been a good question.
You gotta ask people.
Yeah, ask somebody. Who named you?
Like, why am I Rodney? Like, that's who you are.
I mean, I'm gonna feel sad if you say the person that named you is no longer here. I'm gonna be sad, and I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be sorry, but
and then I'm gonna make up my own backstory when we get off the air.
Yeah, we'll literally make up a whole backstory for your life. Like this is
gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Oh man, and thank you for dealing with us, Rodney. Because like it's just interesting. Because like I said before,
Joy's all in your business.
I'm so like I trust you. Like I literally would be like, hey, whenever Ronnie's coming to meet us, like I have no problem meeting him. I have no problem meeting anybody. Like I'm saying I said to them too, like people are like the best friends I've never met on the internet. It's crazy. Aw, he said it's okay. Yeah, I just, you know what? I probably would. I'd be like, you know what? Do you need it? Like, you needed to go from point A to point B. Like, hey,
yeah,
I got a working car. Like, where do you need to go? What do you need to do? You need gas? You got gas money? All right. Like, you know, like it's just because you know I do trust people. I'm kind like that. It's crazy. But if you cross me, you will burn in hell. Like that's basically what it is, though. I trust you, but if you do something to betray my trust, you are dead to me. Like deceased. I don't know you. You do not exist. Yeah. And Ronnie's like, I wouldn't even drive your car. Yeah, please don't. I
was
do
gonna
have
say, but that's not the point. The point
I have
is,
full
I could
coverage.
literally see Joy would be like, "You need my car? Here you go, take it."
Look, I had people learn in my car. Like I've taught people how to drive in my car, so it's not a problem. But yeah, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time, Ricky. Thank you so much, Rodney. Thank you so much, Rick
Brown. We got Rick Brown. We got Rodney. We got Joy. We got me.
All the R's in here.
All right, we got a Oklahoma. Osamina Sai.
Yes. Go look at you. And my birthday's coming up this Friday. I gotta text you
this Friday, so I need to.
The 14th.
Yes.
I'll be 31. Yes.
And I'm 29. So
you are totally 29. Yeah, I'm the worthy one, not 31. I'm worthy one.
Ah.
Right.
Oklahoma.
Oyasumi nasai. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oh, I need to find my song.
Yeah, where's the song at? Where's the song at? From the front to back, unless you're feeling it.
From the front, the back.
From the Brack show. That was another show that was like a fever dream.
Yes. Yeah. But it's real.
It's so real.
It's real.
And C-Lab.
Oh, you know what? If you watch Space Ghost Coast to Coast, it's great to just watch that, but for the most part, like all the jokes are really like via that time period.
Okay. I want to watch Space Ghost again.
Oh, it was such a good show. I love that show. Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
I had a crush on what's his name? Moltar. Oh. Moltar can get it.
Oh, I just remember watching that show being like way too young.
Yep. Same.
Like waking up in the middle of the night.
Same.
We love
Bye.
I'm hitting the end button and it's not working.
Clearly, we cannot end.